I am back at Walmart to buy some groceries for a recipe that I am making to make up for my epic fail of a freeze dryer run last week. I came across this recipe from the Pioneer Woman online. She posted this super simple soup that she says is delicious. And Pioneer Woman can do no wrong in my book. She is like one of my heroes. I love her so much. So we're gonna do that one today. It's called 7-can soup and literally made from 7 cans. She says it's good. I trust her. I'm doubling the recipe, so I'm getting 2 cans of chili with no beans, 2 cans of diced tomatoes. I love fire roasted tomatoes, so those are the ones I grabbed. You also need 2 cans of diced tomatoes with green chilies, 2 cans of corn, and 2 cans of black beans. I'm getting 2 cans of pinto beans, 2 cans of red kidney beans, and I'm getting velveeta, but I am using cream cheese. Loading the groceries into my car. My hands hurt so bad. It is -1 degree and so cold outside. We're gonna go home, warm up, and I'll show you how easy this soup is to put together and how I'm gonna load it up into my freeze dryer to turn into MRE meals. Are we ready to see what 7-can soup is all about? I am. Now, I think there could be a lot of leeway with this 7-can soup recipe. You could do whatever type of beans that you like, different variations of corn and veggies. I just went with her recommendations for this round and we'll see how it is and if I think we need to change anything up next time, but I think it's gonna be good. Since I'm doubling the recipe, this is gonna be a 14-can soup, not just 7. A lot of times when I'm adding like beans and stuff to soups, I rinse and drain them. But her recipe says we are not draining or rinsing anything. We're just dumping it all in, which I guess that's where the liquid is gonna come from, which I don't know. Sounds a little off-putting to me, but I trust the Pioneer Woman. So I'm just gonna start dumping everything in. Our first can is the chili with no beans. Next, I'm gonna add the diced tomatoes, pinto beans. I'm starting to think I maybe didn't need to double the recipe because it already seems like my pot is pretty full, but we will see. Black beans, kidney beans, got our diced tomatoes with green chilies going in next. My pot is getting so full. We just have the 2 cans of corn left and the cream cheese. Do you see how full this is? I'm gonna try to give it a nice big stir. She does say to just add salt and pepper as needed. But this actually looks like really good. I would say it's kind of like a chili taco soup, but I'm gonna add a little bit of spices and then add my 2 blocks of cream cheese, and we're just gonna let this simmer together for probably 20 minutes, I would say. But hey, I think it looks good. I'm dropping in my block of cream cheese. I'm gonna start with just 1 block and see how it is. I don't wanna overpower it. I think it's only gonna need 1. So in her recipe, as I said before, she says to use Velveeta, like a canned or shelf-stable cheese. I don't like that, and I thought cream cheese would be better. It'll make it nice and creamy and delicious, hopefully. So that's the only like tweak that I made. Okay, it's about time I give this a taste. We gotta see if it's actually good. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of everything. Okay, I did add salt, pepper, chili powder, freeze-dried onion, and freeze-dried garlic. It's delicious. It tastes like a yummy taco soup. It does not taste like it came from canned food at all. And that cream cheese gave it a nice creamy texture to it. It's delicious. Do you see my amaryllis over here in the corner? My camera, there we go. It finally bloomed. I love this thing. I've had it for like 2 years and it's bloomed only for the 2nd time in its life. So I'm like, it's making me so happy. We're gonna get this onto freeze dryer trays, and guess what I'm gonna do for the first time in forever? I'm gonna pre-freeze this. I know. Shocking. I'm going to let this cool off a little bit more before I start scooping it out onto my trays. The cream cheese is still trying to melt into the soup, but that's okay. If it stays a little chunky, oh well. It still tastes good, but if you see white chunks in it, that's why. My plan for scooping the soup onto my trays is to just divide it as equally as I can onto my 4 trays. I am not using a tray liner because when I do things with soup, I like to be able to scrape it out of the bottom of the tray into the pouch so you get all the flavor that's there. And so I'm just gonna let this cool off a little bit longer before I start working with it, just because it's really hot. So I filled up my trays. I still have a decent amount of soup left, which I will just save for a dinner for this week. Days like today, I wish I had the 5 tray size medium freeze dryer. Mine only has 4 because I have plenty of soup to add to another tray. However, other times, like if I'm making candy, which I don't do much of anymore, but when I do, I enjoy having the deeper shelves for more room for expansion for candy. That's why I haven't bought the insert to upgrade to a 5 tray. I'm still keeping my 4 tray around. So I don't know. I haven't decided what I would prefer. If you are someone who started with the 4 and upgraded to the 5, let me know if that's a decision that you liked or if it's something you kind of regret. Because I'm kind of going back and forth on whether I should pull the plug and get the 5 tray or not. Let me know what you think. So now the trick is going to be carrying these down to my basement freezer without spilling them everywhere. Definitely using my tray lids. These are the ones that just come from Harvest Right. And I will link them down in the description below. I really like these tray lids because they just go on so easily. Okay. Wish me luck. Successfully did not spill. This is going to be a good experiment for me to compare the run times on my pre-frozen soup versus when I just let the machine do all the work and freeze it and do it itself, because that takes much longer. The perk of pre-freezing your food is that it should give you a shorter runtime in your freeze dryer. So I am hoping that after this freezing overnight, our runtime will be less than 24 hours. Usually for an MRE like this, I'm at like the 30 to 35 hour range, I would say on average. So if we can get this to under 24 hours, that would be great. I will see y'all tomorrow in the morning to get these out and load them into vanilla ice. I'm here at my freeze dryer. I'm gonna go into custom, initial freeze, -10. I am not gonna do any extra freeze time because this is pre-frozen foods. I don't skip the freezing cycle. I don't know, have you done that when you pre-freeze foods? I've never gone in and like skipped the freezing step because I still want it to make sure it's like deeply frozen. But I don't know, can you? If you've done that before, let me know. Or did you just run it like a normal run without adding extra freeze time? Let me know. This is gonna cool down for 15 minutes and then I'll go get my trays out of the freezer. I don't wanna pull them out yet. I don't want them to start defrosting before this is cooled down. Okay, we are gonna pull these out. So cold. I try to make sure I have long sleeves so that I could cover my hands. Our 15 minutes has passed, so we can load them up. And we're off to the races. I worked today at the elementary school and I had to do recess duty and car loop duty at the end of the day. It was between -5 and -10 degrees. Our kids are allowed to go outside to recess if it's up to -10. -10 is the cutoff. We were like right at that edge and we went to recess. Luckily they were shortened recesses today, but it was so cold. So cold. But it is so sunny. Like I've been finding little sunny pockets of my house where the sun is shining through the windows just to warm up and feel the sun, but not having to be outside. Because it's cold. All right, my freeze dryer is going. We will see how long this takes and compare it to a normal run that I have with like soups and see if there is a big difference from pre-freezing and not. Can't wait. I will definitely say that this run was much shorter than it would have been had I not pre-frozen the foods. We're at 23 hours total run time. That does include 6 hours of extra dry time. We're gonna pull this out, make sure it looks dry, and package it up. I love these smaller MRE size bags for individual meals These will be great to package up this soup. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do 3 meals per tray or 4. I'm thinking 3. Here is an up close look at how the trays are. They are definitely totally dry. They feel crumbly and wonderful. I am remembering to label my bags first before packaging them up. So I'm gonna label 12 bags with 7-can soup. It doesn't sound that appetizing, but it was really good. And just the month and year is all I put on my bags. This isn't gonna be too hard to package up. I'm just using a little scraper, and I'm gonna divide it into thirds. And then you'll just pick up your piece of soup and throw it in a bag. It's very simple. The last step is I just need to heat seal the top closed on all of them. I like to do a double seal. Just like that. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 freeze-dried meals. I ended up having 2 larger bags than what these other MRE ones are. So I took 1 tray and made it 4 servings and put 2 servings in these 2 bigger bags, and the rest are just single servings. So 13 meals. I need to add that to my MRE log, and I will give us a total count for how many MREs I have made towards my goal of a year's supply of food. Let's see. I'm gonna put this, should we make this a dinner? Let's make it a dinner, because I'm just trying to even out what I'm making. So I'm gonna write 13 7-can soup meals. And it looks like I'm getting low on breakfast, so that should be my next video, is a breakfast MRE video. Let's see what my total is. 58. I'm at 58 meals. We are slowly but surely chugging along. People have asked me where I am storing all of my meals for the year supply. I do not have a nice organized system yet. I am thinking of just doing Costco bins at some point and putting them in there. For now, I'll show you what I'm doing for now. It's not great. So I just got these little drawers. I've got them in baskets. They're kind of everywhere. But I'm just working with what we got for now. Thank you so much for being here. If you're interested in purchasing a freeze dryer, this is the last weekend that the discounted size small freeze dryer is available from Harvest Right. So check their website. Down in my video description, I have a link to them. They're offering it for the same price that Costco sells it for, and they deliver it for you to your house, which I think is better than Costco, because they bring it to you. You don't have to go to the store and pick it up. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to see how I progress on my year supply of food. And remember, friends, when you freeze dry today, you secure your tomorrow.